Why wasn't I given a courtesy copy?
Given the expedited nature of this hearing, I
Hand it to me. Hand it to me. And I would have assumed that a lawyer appearing before a judge would come on time with his mouth shut and prepared with a courtesy brief.
My apologies.
Request denied.
Court adjourned for the morning.
Better luck next time, Harvey.
Now on, I want him when I go against you.
Wait here.
Your Honor,
Send them in. Counselor, you asked to see me. You must have something to say.
Excluding friends, associates, and the clients that I represent, there are very few people that I'm on a first-name basis with. And I've never had anyone, let alone a judge I've never met, address me as Harvey in open court. But if you're going to screw me, I guess it's only fair that you call me by name.
I could have you brought up on review for talking to me like that.
Then we can get it all on record.
Get what?
Whatever it is that you seem to have against me for no apparent reason, I have a solid argument for any reasonable judge to grant my injunction. So solid, it begs the question, why do you have it in for me? And I don't even know your first name.
Really? My wife never mentioned it?
Your wife?
The woman you had an affair with last month?
Hey, wait, what happened in there?
Donna, you dressed for that fundraiser at the gallery last month? I need you to text it to me and clear my afternoon.
Hey, where are we going?
You're going back to the office to file an interference claim with the patent office. Hey,
Wait, what's that?
it's how they determine who wins these situations. Not always who filed first, so we have a chance.
So why didn't we do that in the first place?
Because it takes longer, and I wanted to head velocity off the pass.
Hey, where are you going?
To iron out a wrinkle.
if you're really interested, come back tomorrow around 1. The afternoon light really makes this canvas come alive.
Pardon me. I was wondering, would I get a discount for being the guy you cheated on your husband with?
Can you excuse me for a second? What are you doing here?
I had a hearing in front of the judge this morning. It didn't go very well. Why did you lie to him?
I'm sorry.
I mean, I recall you being tipsy that night, but I'm finding it hard to believe that your memory is so cloudy you forgot I sent you home in a cab.
After humiliating me.
I was the perfect gentleman.
Yes, exactly. I fall all over myself, making a pass, and you do the right thing and send me home.
I'm sorry you felt humiliated, but I told you I don't sleep with married women.
Right. Moral code.
No, it's too big of a pain in the ass, as evidenced by my experience in court this morning.
What do you want from me, Harvey?
I need you to tell me the truth.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
Why didn't you just tell me?
He's never going to believe me.
And what makes you think he'll believe me?
Because you want to.
Our whole marriage, Donald's only ever cared about one thing. His sterling reputation. Never overturned. When he found out you and I had... He changed. Looked at me for the first time again, like I mattered. I'm sorry. I can't tell him.
So this is a request from the applicant for... Yes, but I have up to a year before you... Well, no, I can't hold.
You ready? I can't go to the club. I have to do this for Harvey.
Yes, the person before you said that I had to file the...
No. We have a court reserved in 30 minutes. We have to go now.
Yes, I'm trying to file the oral hearing, but what you people keep doing is Hello? Hello?
You work for me too, and that means when Harvey is not here, you gotta listen to what I say.
Lewis, this claim needs to be filed today. Harvey's orders.
In that case, Gregory, I'm on your side. Remember, watch this.
Yes.
Hi. Patent name appearance plan. Can you have it filed before we get back? Cool. Thanks. Let's go. Just with the...
You need to warm up?
I'm good. Sir, first. Come on, show me what you got.
15 left.
All right, you want to play like that? Let's do this thing. Come on. Hey, Tom.
You know, maybe you can play now. Me and my associate are just starting up. How about you two against me? I'll just play. Tom, seriously, I'll spot you 3 sets. All right, I'll see you later then.
Isn't that,
It's Tom Keller.
yeah, the premier fantasy sports guy, right? That's him. Yeah, I play that every year.
Yeah, you and 5 million other fantasy footballers. I mean, the guy generates $200 million per annum, right? He still uses his fraternity brother as his general counsel. I mean, someone with that many assets just makes me sick.
Okay. So is it my serve?
Let's hit the showers.
Wait.
Sorry, sir, but
No introductions necessary. We're on a first-name basis. I brought you a present, yours to keep, after you sign my injunction.
A pen?
It's custom. French. Le Bic.
My earlier ruling wasn't clear enough for you?
Crystal. But I didn't want you to suffer for it. You see, if you don't sign my injunction, there's going to be a lawsuit. And when the next judge sees all the facts, he's going to overturn your ruling.
You may be right, but by then your clients will have dumped you.
You may be right, but that sterling reputation that you value so highly, down the tubes.
Which would matter except for one thing. I've decided to leave the bench. Try my hand at litigation.
And I'm your last case.
Divorce will do that. Make you want to change your life.
You filed for divorce?
Soon enough. Perhaps we could discuss a little quid pro quo before I do.
I'm listening.
You sign a document that says you slept with my wife. I'll give you your injunction.
And why would you want me to do that?
To prevent her from taking me for half of everything I own.
So what you're saying is, you'd like to blackmail me.
I'm saying you would both benefit. And since you're the one who screwed me, I'd say you owe me money.
I respect her.
What are you hiding from me, Harvey? What?
Do you remember 6 months ago when you got all nervous and you thought everything was falling apart?
Yeah, but it's a little different.
That's what she said then, and a year ago, and 18 months ago. And we agreed that when this happens again, I'll remind you of those times, and I'll hang up.
Okay, Harvey.
Trust me, it's for your own good.
Harvey, please don't hang up.
Hey, Tom. You just missed a great game. We always beat them. You know, 10 years ago, before these dot-com millionaires, there were men of substance in this club. You know, men who understood how business gets done.
Oh, maybe he's just not interested in talking business while he's in power.
Like, he's not interested because he doesn't think I'm cool. He's a pothead who thinks anybody who doesn't smoke is a nerd. I mean, so I treat my body like a temple. Does that make me uncool? I don't think so. But on the other hand, you kind of seem this type.
Why do you say that?
Because you're young. And you think of yourself as hip, whatever, I guess. You know, I'm sure you enjoy the occasional bong hit.
No, I don't smoke.
I mean, that's just a little strange.
Why is it strange?
Oh, because you know, the drug test that you took, well, that I made you take, would indicate otherwise. You're not going to dispute it now, right? Relax, Mike. Relax.
I'm not offended. I'm not even surprised. Matter of fact, in this instance, we could use this to our advantage.
What are you talking about, Lewis?
I'm just saying, back in the day, to woo a client, you would take him to dinner, you would buy him a drink, but that's not going to work with Tom. Not in a million years, not with me anyway. But with someone of his generation who shares the same proclivities.
You saying you want me to smoke pot with him?
I'm saying you can help me land him as a client.
It's the only reason I'm here.
Mike, just stop. Just stop, okay? I assure you, no one was more disappointed than me when I found out the results of your drug test, okay? Then I had to say to myself, Lewis, do what you do. Make lemonade.
And if I don't?
You're a smart kid. And I really want to see you succeed. Ball's in your court.
Hey, Tom. I was just gonna say, I wanted to... Dude creeps me out, man. He never wears a towel. Ever.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Hey, I know you must hear this all the time, but totally addicted to your website, man. Alright. Who placed 6 in passing yards last year? Carson Palmer, 3,970. How many sacks did James Hall have? 11? 10.5. Yeah, I know, I rounded up. The league doesn't, or I'd have come in better than 20th. You're Ross's Raiders, right? Yeah, Mike Ross. Tom Keller. Ah, good to meet you. Congratulations, man. You got a nice little team there. Nah, Roethlisberger hadn't let you down. You've been top 10 for sure.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you get high before the draft, right?
You get high?
How's it going with marketing?
Me? It's good. I'm learning. I'm learning. Bye.
What's black and white and gonna cost you dearly?
Well, took me all morning to file this, golden boy. You owe me, and I won't forget it. Thank you. You smell papery.
Why? It doesn't happen immediately. The paperwork's coming. Don't worry about it, okay?
Boom. There you go. Look at that.
Why? Let me call you back, okay? 5 minutes. Bye. What's this?
What is this? That's confirmation of the interference claim, which I proved up top.
What, you think you're working in a fraternity? You don't barge in here when I'm on the phone. Why are you so flushed?
What?
Your face is red. It looks like you've been in the sun.
Yeah, I this morning, Lewis took me to the tennis club.
He didn't give you a speech about the ponies, did he?
Oh, God.
Kevin likes to cut one from the herd.
Ponies.
Was he wearing the headband?
You know about the headband? With the... Oh, my God, are you kidding me? With that guy?
If you guys were playing tennis all morning, how'd you have time to file this?
It was this morning, actually. I was on the phone with them, and Lewis helped me.
Look at me.
And he did the snapping thing, and
Look
Gregory...
at me.
Get out.
Harvey, you don't understand, Lewis.
Out.
Donna, your wife back on the line?
What are you doing in here?
It's the ladies' room.
Sorry. Can you do me a favor? Can you just keep this our little secret?
Why are your eyes so red?
Me too, man.
You took Mike Ross on a field trip today?
Yeah.
Aside from subjecting him to you and a towel, what happened?
Well, I beat him in straight sets, and that's what you get.
Don't play dumb, Lewis. Tell me what you did to him.
What, are you jealous? I mean, come on. The kid is starving for a mentor. Someone to give him some advice. So maybe if you just took this
I'm telling you right now, you try to move in on him?
Harvey, where is this coming from?
Harvey, I've got the outside counsel for philosophy on the line.
Put him through.
What happened after you spoke with philosophy on the line?
Put him through.
What happened after you spoke with that guy?
He's got paranoid. I felt bad for lying to him. I told him that Lewis put me up to it and that he couldn't trust him.
So what did he say?
He said that Lewis gave him the creeps anyway. I was never going to hire him.
Okay, you have to tell her.
I tried. He wasn't listening.
So then go home and tell him tomorrow.
She's seen his face. We had a deal.
What deal?
Thanks for hearing me out.
No, what are you talking about? What deal?
It's nothing. I just promised that I wouldn't do anything stupid and let him down, and I did.
Wait, you let him down? No. The way I see it, he let you down. He's got to know what Lewis is capable of. So if he didn't listen to what happened, it's because he didn't want to. Mike, you need to tell him.
I don't know how often you come across Harvey, but he's not exactly the listening type.
Right. But he's also the first person that would tell you never to take no for an answer from anyone.
Harvey, how you doing this fine day?
Ready to hear your settlement offer, George.
Cutting to the chase, I like that.
What's the number?
10 million.
That's half what we spent developing the prototype.
10 million more than we'll get the way the wind's blowing.
Yeah, well, winds can change. You and I both know the injunction will get overturned on appeal.
I don't know anything of the kind.
Why are you calling with an offer at all?
15, that's the size I'll go.
Okay, I'm hanging up now.
20 million, that's it. Offer's good for 24 hours, and I'm sure I don't have to remind you that you're legally required to present this to your client.
Is he free?
Not for you.
How much did he tell you?
He didn't have to tell me. I read it on his face. You heard him.
Maybe he did the same to me.
Get in there. And be careful.
Harvey,
We talked about this, right? Barging into my office?
I'm not leaving till you hear me out.
I bet.
You owe it to me.
Oh, I owe it to you.
Yeah. Look, this is not my fault, all right? Lewis made me do it.
Lewis did it, right? He put a gun to your head. Made you smoke pot.
Yeah, he did. He pulled out the drug test, which I failed, by the way, and then he told me that if I didn't smoke pot to help him land this new client, that he'd fire me. It's not so different than asking someone out for drinks, is it?
You and I had a deal.
I'm sorry.
And if next time Lewis asks you to do something that I told you not to do, what then?
I told you that I did not have a choice.
Oh, because he had a gun to your head.
Yes! And what are your choices if someone puts a gun to your head?
What are you talking about? You do what they say or they shoot you.
Wrong. You take the gun. We pull out a bigger one. or you call their bluff, or you do any one of 146 other things. You can't think for yourself. Maybe you aren't cut out for this. I can, and I am. Look, I did what I had to do. I made the best out of a bad situation, which is what I am good at, which is what you hired me to do in the first place. Yeah, I hired you, and I expect your loyalty. So if Lewis asked you to do something like that, you come to me first. Oh, right, like when I came to you and you told me that I couldn't sit at the adult table. Right, I remember that. Or when you told me to go file the patent by myself, like that. Excuse me? You know what? Maybe it's time you showed me some loyalty. Do you know how long it was before I got to sit at the adult table? It was when I brought in my first client, which I don't recall you having done. And when you screwed up that patent and Wyatt went apeshit on me, I didn't put that on you. I took it on myself because that's my job. And it's your job to do what I say when I say it. So if you're talking about loyalty, you better goddamn earn it. Right. I said I'm sorry and I meant it. Harvey, I want you to trust. I need you to trust me, okay? And I will work as hard as I can, as long as it takes to make that happen. You don't even have to pay me, all right? I'll work for free. For free? What? I mean, not forever, just like as a probationary thing. Donna, tell Wyatt I'm on my way over. Do you never have to press a button on
Got it. And Jessica wants to see Mike in her office right now.
Lewis told me what you did at the club.
I bet he didn't tell you the whole story.
Told me enough to impress me. New business is hard. People will promise you the world, but until they sign that engagement letter, it means nothing. Now, I don't know what you told Tom Keller, but bring a client in at your age. That reminds me of Harvey.
Jessica, before we get started, there's something in the retainer that Tom pointed out.
It's not a big deal, really. We were just...
No. Like I said, we're here to make you happy. Right?
I thought you wanted nothing to do with it.
I didn't. Then I thought about it. You may not be a very good person, but a little deviousness is the sort of thing you look for in a good lawyer. I mean, the other guy I was with, he was too nice. We're buddies. We went to school together. It's time I grew up. I got a real shot.
Well, I had no intention of being that way to get your business.
That's exactly why I insisted that you be my point man. I want someone being devious for me, not to me.
It's just, Louis never would have told Jessica that I existed, let alone that I helped him if you hadn't done that.
Anyway, I see it. The three of us stick together and make a pretty good team.
You know, I've got a better idea.
$20 million.
They claim it's their final offer.
That's what it costs to make the prototype. Not to mention my entire savings and 2 years of my life.
Wyatt, they know we're stalled on our injunction, which means to them, they're giving you a fair price as an insurance policy against the risk of possibly losing the interference claim.
I don't care what it is to them. It's not fair.
Fair or not, it's their final offer.
You think I should take it?
I think you should tell them to shove it up their ass. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm terribly sorry, but we have a problem.
What problem? We came down here because you led us to believe that your client was ready to accept our settlement.
And I thought he would. Look, I took him the offer. I presented it to him and recommended that he take it. In fact, I urged him to take it. You know what he told me to do? He told me to tell you to shove it up your ass.
Now, I know you didn't have me come all the way down here just to tell me that.
You're right. That's not all I said. He said, rather than spending years fighting this out in court, in 48 hours, he's going to put this online.
That's a little rough, but you get the idea.
What are you showing us? Is this a website?
Available at the Suntech domain.
All the design plans and calculations have been uploaded.
Is this online now?
Can be.
Which means the whole world will have access to my designs.
There'll be 10 knockoffs of that phone before you can catch a cab back to your headquarters.
We could file an injunction.
Not before tomorrow, and once that technology is out there, we're not putting that genie back in the bottle.
Well, then we'll sue.
But my client won't have any money. What he will have is credit for the initial design, which, after he incorporates under a different name, will be worth a hell of a lot more money than the $20 million that you're offering.
You're saying that this was all your client's idea?
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Thought you weren't coming.
I had to settle the case first.
You have the paperwork we talked about? What is this?
It's a copy of the Judicial Conduct Codes. A friend of mine works at the Attorney General's office. He gave it to me. We had a nice chat about it. I told him if you were willing to blackmail someone once, chances are you've done it before. He's very anxious to meet you.
You think you could get away with screwing my wife and then have me investigated?
You actually have it the wrong way around. The only thing I've done so far is have it investigated.
What?
I never actually slept with Lauren. But I knew you'd never believe me, so I kept my mouth shut. But now that she's getting a divorce, my policy no longer applies. And of course, she's free to date whoever she pleases. And she pleases me. Enjoy your evening, Donald. Just heard about this place. Truma's Hoffa buried it.
Not sure, but the Ark of the Covenant is just down the hall on the left.
When you're finished down here, I'd like you to come upstairs and start putting together a settlement memorandum.
They went for it?
Thanks to your idea.
Well, it wasn't really my idea.
They're settling for $400 million.
Okay, yeah, that was my idea. So does this mean I get to keep my job?
I want to talk to you about that.
Before you do, Harvey.
Do we have to have a conversation about how you keep interrupting me? Look, sometimes when someone pulls a gun on you, instead of bullets, it's filled with blanks. What's this? It's a copy of your drug test results.
But it says I passed.
You did?
Louis showed me a fake.
I'm going to go have a talk with him.
You know what? Why don't you let me do it?
You think you're ready for the adult table?
Didn't you hear? I just landed my first client.
Why do you think I'm showing you this now and not going straight to Lewis? Go easy on him.
Nope. Good boy. You lied. That other drug test you showed me was a fake.
How'd you figure that out?
Someone once told me I have an eye for detail when it comes to important paperwork.
Well, maybe you're not as good as you think you are, or you would have caught it sooner.
Okay, so this was all some sort of test. You blackmailed me, you jeopardized my
Mike,
job.
Stop. We all came out ahead, didn't we? That new client's going to bring us millions. Jessica knows your name now. It's a win-win.
You're right. She does know my name. Which is why she'll listen when I tell her exactly what happened.
Okay, but before you do that, it is that time again, isn't it?
What time?
Pee in a cup time. Okay, but before you do that, it is that time again, isn't it?
What time?
Pee in a cup time.
And now you know I'd fail.
Of course, you can run to mommy, tell your story, take your chances, or you can take the test. If you're interested, I'll keep it to myself as my way of thanking you.
I actually did some reading of the Pearson Harvey drug policy as well.
Turns out that you have to wait 3 months before you can request another drug test. It's a little detail you have mixed, so drink up. Oh, and I spoke to Tom Keller. He says that he feels he'd be best served with a combination of me and Harvey. I think you'll get that call in the morning.
2011 Tesla Roadster Sport, offered only to our most exclusive members.
You know your vehicles. I promise to have her back before she turns into a Pontiac. Hey, Harvey. Lawrence, how would you feel about taking something other than the Tesla? It goes against my policy. What policy? My I want the Tesla policy. Tell you what, you know more about the car than I do? It's yours. Horsepower. Really? That's where we're starting? Oh, it's so simple. Just answer it. 288. Top speed, 125 miles an hour. 0 to 6.7 seconds. You know your cars. I'm an enthusiast, and I've been waiting for the Tesla for months. Okay. Lawrence, back yourself out.
So why'd you let him have it?
Because it never hurts to have a man who runs a $2 billion hedge fund owe you one.
But if you're just going to give it to him, why bother to compete first?
Because if I didn't beat him, he wouldn't feel like he owed me one. Somebody feeling old school, which is surprised me.
Are you Mike Ross? Harvey told me to tell you that 8 o'clock means 8 o'clock.
Lady, shut up. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I was just You see these cars? Yeah, they're awesome. They suck. They're nothing compared to this. Whoa. The engine in this car is made by McKernan Motors, the industry standard in Formula One. In fact, they've won more championships than any other engine on the planet. How do you know all this? Avery McKernan was the first client I ever brought into the firm. Was? He died 3 months ago. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Not the point. McKernan's engines and his company have something in common. They win. Like me. And because I win, I've been promoted to senior partner, which means you'll be handling all their paperwork. Oh, so you brought me here to give me an appreciation for the product? No, I brought you here to meet Robert Stanton, the new CEO. We want to put a face with your name. How do you know? Because Robert's a tightwad and we don't bill you out for nothing. Wait, is this conversation right now, Bill? Bet your ass it is. Yes. I'll talk. Come on. What? We're making all this money. We can't celebrate it? For taste. Dominic. Mike, I'd like you to meet Dominic Barone, the man responsible for the design and production of this engine. This is my new associate, Mike Ross.
It's just a kid. Are you trying to steal his soul before he gets puberty?
Okay. You're still upset about our labor negotiations. I want this to be a big hit. And McKernan took it. Both of which poised the company to be strong for years. I was always straight with you about that.
Sophisticated words for a guy who screwed us.
Look, I'm sorry you feel that way, but you have to admit I did have the courtesy to do it. Wow. Yeah, he really appreciates what you've done for the company. Robert Stenslin, lucky to meet your new associate, Mike Ross. We're not paying him what we pay you. Nor should you, but I assure you he's highly effective. Well, I'll believe it when I see it. I had him read your corporate lease last week. Ask him anything. That's a 300-page document. Okay, what are the terms? Okay, I have no idea what
what you're talking about. Let's see. It was the parent company, Glendon Enterprises.
35,000 square feet at 19 West 57.
$80 a foot, expires in 6 months with an option to extend, exercisable in 30 days.
Who signed the lease?
You did.
What's my middle name?
The letter L.
What happens in the event the company no longer exists?
That wasn't in the lease.
How can you be sure?
Because the lease I read wasn't 300 pages, it was 364. And I could tell you what's on any one of those pages, but I can't tell you that. That's how I can be sure.
Excellent. You can get them started on the new deal right away.
New deal?
Yeah. I have found a buyer willing to spend $200 million for the ground underneath the flagship factory.
Where are you moving manufacturing?
Well, that's the beauty of it. The real asset of McKernan Motors is the name. We move overseas, we save ourselves a bundle.
Upfront payout while retaining the name and maintaining cash flow over time. That's genius.
Exactly.
We'll take care of everything.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks.
Really?
Jesus, I knew he was cheap. I didn't realize he was ignorant.
What are you talking about? The asset's not the name, it's the quality. He moves overseas, and a killer goose will make the goddamn golden age.
Wait a minute, I thought you didn't get emotionally attached to the client.
I'm emotionally attached to me. Look, I made a bet that this company would grow and my builders would grow with it. We're holding a pair of aces, and this asshole's trying to fold.
So, what are you going to do?
I'm not going to do anything. You're going to go through those bylaws, and you're going to find me a way to get rid of Robert Stenson.
No. I have to go see my grandmother.
Is she dying?
No.
Cancel on her.
Right.
See the light almost dying, giving up a piece of pie to your wife. Everybody wanna know how it feels. Everybody wanna see what it's like. Leaving her behind. Leaving to see the sun. Breaking down. Bring back the girl.
Yeah. Find anything that'll help me get rid of Stenson? Yeah, I think so. Well, if you're not here when I need it, what good does that do me? It's 7:50. Get it?
Picked it up yesterday.
Did you slip it in under your pillow?
Honestly, his name get concerned.
Yeah, neither is the Yankees batting order, but that doesn't sound like you're thinking about it.
Harvey, promise me you won't be cocky.
I understand what's at stake here. I'll be perfectly humble.
Right. Ready?
Kidding, I was born for this.
7:45. Nice of you to show up.
Yeah, I was up till 5 in the morning.
I'm kidding. But Luke wants to see you, and I don't get it on that.
What?
I don't know. Luke doesn't let me in on his game plan. I kind of prefer it that way.
Okay, can you tell him that I have to see Harvey first?
Your call. But if you're going to be sleeping in your suits, you may want to keep a fresh one in the office.
Is it that bad?
Of course.
I'd just like to say this is an honor. I take it seriously, and I intend to make you all proud. Except you, Fred. I gave up on making you proud in 99.
Okay, there's one more order of business.
He's not here. No.
Where is he?
He's at his senior partner initiation.
Let me ask you something. What's the difference between a senior partner and other partners?
Isn't that something you should have been studying when you were pretending to go to Harvard? Okay. Senior partners, they buy into the firm. They share in the profits. They also have to put up equity.
So how much does it cost to buy in? $500,000 right now.
Harvey, you knew what the buy-in was. You knew today was initiation. How could you not have the money?
I didn't think it was due today. It's not due today, is it?
No. It's not.
Every man in this room fell for exactly the same thing.
Does that include you?
No, it doesn't. Thank you, John.
Peanuts, gluten, strawberries. What is this? A shopping list?
It's just a list of foods that I'm allergic to. So when you select the venue, these foods are not to be on the menu.
Venue for what?
No one told you.
No one told me.
Drax. Well, a long-standing Pearson Harden tradition is the rookie dinner, which means you, the rookie, that's right, are to host a dinner for your fellow associates. Well, come on, don't look so blue. No, it's okay. It's really easy. All you have to do is just find a unique location and then coordinate with 50 other associates. It's really simple, no pressure.
And you're allergic to chicken?
No, I just don't like it. Oh, by the way, what was so important that you had to see Harvey before you came to see me?
Harvey doesn't really like it.
Can we just shut up? Okay. Let me just get something straight, okay? When I ask you a question, I just expect an answer.
McKernan Motors. I was working on the due diligence.
And why would that require you to look at the bylaws?
State law requires a summary be prepared in the event of a sale.
Privately held corporations are exempted.
Not if the sale exceeds 150 million.
According to who?
The state's website. I like to be thorough.
Well, put it there, buddy. It's serious. It's embarrassing.
I understand Stenslin is throwing a large amount of legal work our way with the McKernan Motors factory sale.
How'd you know that?
I hear things. You taking care of it?
I am. By the way, for when it is. It's a cashier's check for $500,000.
You had this the whole time.
I've had the money since I set my sights on seeing a partner. Nice of you to finally make it. Why does everybody keep saying that? Because you're supposed to be here when you're supposed to be here. Doesn't seem to apply to you. I'm not the topic of this conversation. Now, what'd you find me on McKernan Motors? The board can't vote for at least 24 hours after the CEO presents a deal involving the sale of company land. Stenslin already presented it to the board.
Right, but Stenslin isn't CEO.
I wrote those bylaws myself as CEO. Page 238, clause 137 states, CEO dies, an interim CEO will be appointed until the board convenes an election vote, which can't be called till the next fiscal quarter, in this case, next Thursday. So they can't vote him in until Thursday? Okay. Well, prepare the due diligence for me to take to Stenslin, but I don't want anything ready to sign. Where are you going? Oh, I have until Thursday to find a new CEO. Huh. What? Oh, nothing. It's 6 hours, 1,500 pages, and I found your mistake. Yeah, you found the one mistake I made while drafting those bylaws a dozen years ago when I was 2 years younger than you. A mistake, by the way, that's going to help me get rid of Stenslin. Excuse me, Mr. Spector. I was wondering if you might need a hand sometime with one of your matters. Anyone. Well, Alan, I think that says it all, doesn't it? What are you doing? I'm looking for a restaurant. Where did you go for your rookie dinner? I came into the league as sophomore. You better not be prioritizing that over McKernan Motors. I still need something to stall Stenslin's right here. You're so irritated about. I spent a day with a top headhunter I know who couldn't produce one legitimate CEO candidate by Thursday. Dominic Brown guy who runs production. He said he was responsible for the engines and clearly cares about the workers. He's not the guy. You're scared you can't convince him because he hates you. I get it. Nice try. You know you can't host your dinner there. That's a Wattel Lipton Klein restaurant. Okay, fine. What about this place?
Yeah, that'd be great if it was 2004. Any of this matter? See that guy over there by the facts? Take a good look. He's never gonna make partner. Okay, let me guess, because he threw a lousy rookie dinner. No, because he doesn't get it. Get what? He doesn't get that doing good work isn't the whole job. Part of getting it is that things like the dinner actually matter, even when you don't think they do. Look, you were giving me shit this morning because I come and go when I want to. You know why I can do that? Because when I got here, I dominated. They thought I worked 100 hours a day. Now, no matter what time I get in, nobody questions my ability to get the job done. Get it through your head. First impressions last. You start behind the 8 ball, you'll never get in front. Hey, you busy?
It's 7 o'clock. I'm not here because I like the view. And don't misunderstand me. When I say the view, I'm referring to your face.
That's funny because I'm hideous.
What's up?
You're a foodie, right?
Why do you say that?
Because you're the only person I've ever seen order a shrimp, red pepper, and goat cheese pizza.
Oh, right, but without the pepper, what connects the goat cheese and the shrimp? I'm a foodie.
Okay, so I need your help finding a restaurant for the rookie dinner.
Well, that's unfortunate. But I'm swamped and I don't have time to teach you about cuisine.
Well, no, don't make me remind you that you owe me one.
How's that?
You told Lewis I was working on Harvey's case before his.
Because you told me to.
Well, no, I'm telling you to help me with my dinner.
Good luck with that.
I'm not going to help you with your dinner. I'm talking to myself. Yeah, Graham. No, I told you I was coming. I'm on my way. Okay? Yeah. 15 minutes. Okay, bye. Hey, wait. Okay, what was that for?
If you cared about me, you would have told me what Trevor was up to a long time ago.
I was trying to protect you.
How is hiding the fact that my boyfriend is selling weed protecting
You
me?
want to know the truth? Your boyfriend also happens to be my best friend, all right? I didn't feel like ratting him out.
If you were really his friend, you would just stand by and let him throw his life away.
Let him. I've never let Trevor do anything. Have you met him?
Trevor listens to you, and he needs you right now. He is throwing his life away, and you ditched us. Both. Like we didn't mean anything to you.
Lewis, what are you doing here?
Citizen call. Apparently the diligence wasn't proceeding apace.
He called you?
Yeah, you called me, I called them. What's the difference? The paperwork was taking too long, and I got it done.
I suggest you stay the hell away from that one. All right. Glad you could make it. We were about to sign the papers. I got word back at the office. I just came to see how Lewis was getting around the bylaws. I don't know.
Someone was.
Robert, I'm sorry. This is what was holding up your due diligence. Technically, you're still interim CEO until the board votes you in on Thursday. If protocol isn't followed, it leaves you with huge litigation exposure.
That's right.
Well, I imagine we should hold off then. Please don't blame Lewis. It's my fault. We usually have senior partners oversee transactions like this because junior partners, they tend to miss them. See you Thursday?
1 second. Just so you know, your partner joined recently. There's a reason I'm not anymore. Okay, take it easy.
So what if you took a trip to Russia with another man before you met Grandpa Jimmy, right?
You didn't care it was before I met him. Never shut up about it.
So what was this other guy's name?
Gregory, mind your own business.
Ooh.
So, Michael, this has been fun. Now, why don't you stop beating around the bush and tell me what's going on?
Trevor. It's Trevor. It's always Trevor. He's gotten himself into some really bad stuff, and I think he needs my help to get out of it, but I've been under so much pressure, and I know you've always told me to be there for the people in my
Listen
life.
to me. Screw Trevor.
What? You're moving forward, and he'll do whatever he can to keep you where you are.
Yeah,
but no buts. That kid is an anchor. You need to cut him loose.
Whoa.
You owe me $50.
Chicas, hora de vestirse.
Mamá, vamos a abrir una Oreo. Crema a la izquierda, tú decides qué nos ponemos. Crema a la derecha, nosotras, ¿qué te pones tú?
Vale. Sí, claro, deberíamos hablar con dirección para estar todos coordinados.
Oreo, dale un twist.
What's going on with Robert Spencer?
What did Lewis tell you?
You're not dealing with Lewis, you're dealing with me. What are you hiding?
Nothing. I looked through the bylaws and precluded potential litigation.
You looked at the bylaws for a tactical reason, and I want to know what it is.
I want him out.
That is not your call. You are an attorney. This is the internal business of McKernan Motors.
McKernan had a plan, and I didn't spend a decade shaping it to let this fool throw it away.
McKernan is dead.
So what? Doesn't mean the plan's no good.
You fail, we'll get fired.
He moves overseas, our billables will be gone in 5 years anyway.
Better 5 years than nothing.
You know what? That's Denzel's attitude, and it's a losing one.
Harvey, I don't think you have any business telling that man how to run his company. But I know you don't have any business telling me how to run mine. You are a senior partner. You are not a gunslinger anymore. Back off stenciling and close the deal.
I need you to prepare the draft CEO candidate speech for Thursday.
I thought you were supposed to back up.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do a lot of things. I'll call you with the plan on my way back. From where? From convincing the man who hates me to do what I say. Oh, right. You mean the guy I suggested you go to in the first place? Do you remember that whole getting it thing I was talking to you about? Oh, I can't even gloat. Gloating's fine. You just have to not suck it. Okay. Thank you. How much? Hurt. Hey, Ross. You left your searches for the rookie dinner on your computer. Why don't you just save time and take us to Fridays? Ooh, somebody's mad. Devin. Looking at my computer is a violation of exactly 7 hostile workplace environment statutes. What are you going to do, sue me? Oh, no. I'm just going to use it as legal cover if I decide to kick your ass. Dominic.
Harvey, what are you doing here? Our contract's good for 2 more years.
I need a word in private.
Excuse me, Joe. Make it fast, because it's a place where people actually work for a living.
Keep in mind people are watching. Just try to keep your expression neutral.
You know, they don't teach deceptive tactics, right?
And you're going to learn under fire. Stenzel's shutting you down.
What? Why?
For money. He's got a buyer for the land under the factory.
Why are you coming to me?
Because the only way to stop him is for you to challenge him as CEO.
What, are you crazy?
You've got a management title.
Then I choose not to identify with.
You run the factory.
Which I never left because I have no taste for boardroom politics.
You've been here since day one. You know the product inside out. These workers, they respect you.
Phew, there's a lot of smoke. How many people did you go to before me?
7.
Right.
I never said you were my prom queen. Look, I want to win. Okay? I went to those other people because they were better suited to get past the board, not better suited for the job. Those are the facts, whether you like it or not.
Why should I trust you?
Because if you don't, there aren't any jobs left to negotiate over. You in the factory, you're finished.
What are you working on?
Nothing, just some stuff for Harvey. Why?
Wrap it up. Lukelet wants to see you this time. He doesn't want to wait.
Furthermore, I feel that with the proper strategic and synergistic alliances moving forward,
You have to actually believe what you're saying.
they're just platitudes that don't mean anything.
Yes, they do. Synergistic alliances mean you form relationships to get the cost down and your product out.
And
don't worry.
Well, it better goddamn work. My ass is on the line.
What about my ass?
If it wasn't attached to your thick head, maybe we wouldn't be having this problem.
I'm sorry I'm not as well practiced at corporate doublespeak as you'd like. But I've been busting my ass on this for 2 hours. So if you're not happy with my progress, then why don't you get me up?
He doesn't leave without getting.
Son of a bitch. You're not gonna pick it up?
Why should I? Never gonna get it.
You're right.
Hey, can I ask you something? What's your engine design philosophy?
Perfectly balanced power and durability.
Okay, but why don't you favor power like Bronson does?
Because drivers are limited to 8 engines a season and Bronson's don't last.
So you would stack your engines up against Bronson's then?
I have stacked my engines up against Bronson and everyone else's in the world, and mine win.
Why?
Because I make sure they're designed better than anyone else's in the day that they're conceived or the day they're born.
And that's why people buy them.
Goddamn right.
And that's the speech you're going to give. Good lawyer, bad lawyer, baby. Look like a charm. Come on, you know you want it. There it is.
Told you. Someone doesn't like you, you use it against them.
Or in this case, 4 of them.
I didn't do this for Dominic. I did it to get rid of Stensland.
Wow. Have you ever considered writing for Hallmark?
Many times. Yes. Congrats.
You get it.
I said don't be late.
I'm not late.
When you host your dinner here, not being late means getting here a half hour early.
Ah, so what made you change your mind?
The food items are samples to help you select your menu. So, since I could never really afford to eat here myself. Okay, start there.
Try that.
Yes.
It looks kind of funny.
So does an egg roll.
I don't accept that.
Esta belleza está bien hecho. Acá, mira, esto es venganza, obvio. Mira eso, mira esos ojos, mira ese ojo que tiene, puta, pero más ha visto el papá y a la mamá. Es que el papá es bellísimo. Mira ese protagonista de novelas. Y por favor, sepárenme el siguiente, por favor, ¿eh? La parejita yo la quiero. Algo que me puede decepcionar mucho, su nombre. Ponte que se llame Jacinto, me cagas. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Daniel,
Apellido, por favor.
Caballero.
¡Oh! ¡Qué belleza! Permíteme. Nombre y apellido, por favor, amigo. Isaí Arbacanqui. Isaí Arbacanqui. Hablando de huevadas, uniendo mundos, familia, claro que sí. Esto es inclusión. ¿Te gustaría
Promise.
You want my help or not?
Oh, what is that?
Squid.
I think it's still moving. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't get it. How do you have no appreciation for pineapple?
We didn't have a lot of money growing up. So I'm just comfortable with what I'm comfortable with.
That is the exact opposite of me. I've always had new experiences.
And your parents?
They're limited.
So then what do you need a free meal for?
I want to live on what I make. What?
Nothing. I was just thinking about Dominic for a second, and then I realized this was the first time in weeks that I haven't been thinking about work.
That's what new experiences do for you. Being a foodie doesn't mean only liking fancy food. It means having the courage to try it, and then you get to serve what you like.
Except strawberries, peanuts, gluten, and chicken.
Okay, why not those things?
Because Lewis is an asshole.
If you can't serve things just because Lewis is an asshole, you're not going to have that many choices.
Good point.
made you change your mind?
Hating.
I'll take it. Driver, take me to Williamsburg.
It's Jenny. Trevor told me you talked to her.
What are you doing here?
Stop.
Hold on. Change your destination. Trevor, what are you doing here? Can we talk for a minute? No, you lied to Jenny about us talking. You never should have told her I was dealing in the first place.
I never should have had to hide it in the first place. Look, Trevor, you don't need to be dealing for a living, man. You can make something of yourself.
Is that what you came here to tell me?
You've got real software clients, man. Stick to them.
You believe that crap? I don't have any software clients. Jesus, you're as naive as Jenny.
Look, if you need some kind of transition money or something,
How?
does it matter?
What matters is that you don't help me out. Okay? I help you out. And I'm not interested in transitioning into anything.
Okay. The least you could do is be honest with Jenny.
That's what this is all about.
Yeah,
You always liked her.
I think she deserves to know the truth.
You always thought you were better.
But that's because I am.
We're done. Don't let the door hit you. Don't let the door hit you. Call Dominic. He's waiting for us outside. He's got the speech down. Yeah, he's got it down. Better. I'm taking a big risk on him.
You're taking a risk on him? Look at him. He's scared out of his mind. He's leaving his comfort zone because you convinced him to. So maybe some words of encouragement.
Best way to help Dominic is not to let him second guess himself. The most important asset that Tony has is the ability to always be self-assured. Okay, here's what's going to happen. It's standard for me to prep the board on any voting procedure.
Where do I scoop?
When I tell you to. Let's go. I suggested to Stensland you be there to convince the board that the production won't be hurt by an overseas move. It helps your credibility that he brought you here, and it'll hurt his when you challenge him for CEO. Look, it's natural to be nervous, okay? Just remember, you know your stuff. The board's never loved Stensland. I'm here to back you up. Robert?
Harvey. You know, I have to admit, I almost didn't see it coming.
Excuse me?
It's the delay in the due diligence. It just didn't smell right. So the only thing it could be was that you were going after my CEO appointment. So since I'm still within my rights to move a board meeting, I did. I was voted in today at noon. And tomorrow the board will ratify the sale of the factory. And now I'm firing your firm. And I'm firing you. Try the croissant, gentlemen. Marmalade's fantastic.
What are we going to do? You're going to go through those bylaws again and see if there isn't another way we can stop this sale.
I'm talking about Dominic. He just lost his job.
He's a grown man. He made a decision.
Because you convinced him to.
Based on your idea, which I recall you pushed on me at the time.
Because I thought it would work at the time.
Well, it didn't. What do you want me to do about it?
Help him.
He's not dying. He lost his job. He has to look for another one. which if he hadn't chosen to fight for his company in the first place would have happened anyway. Now show me that you get it, go back through those bylaws again and see if you missed anything, okay?
So this is what happens when you promote the wrong guy to senior partner.
If you hadn't gone to Stenson behind my back, this wouldn't have happened.
You don't know that. And I'm a member of this firm just as much as you.
I think we both agree that you're a member.
For your information.
Lewis. Harvey, I am the ball. The issue here is you tried to torpedo a client.
The client's McKernan Motors, not Stenson.
You didn't let me finish. Without my consent. That trumps the who's the client part. Lewis, go to Stencil and repair the relationship. Say what you have to. Call it a misunderstanding. Promise Harvey is no longer involved.
Consider it done.
Wait a second. Who's going to go to Stenson behind my back? You sent him there to hedge your bets. Either Stenson's out and we double our billings, or you have plausible deniability and he stays with the firm.
Am I smart enough to do that?
If I win, I look great. If Lewis wins, he looks great. Either way, you look great.
You mean the firm looks great. Harvey, what I've been trying to get into your head is that you bought in. You are the firm.
That's it. Mike, follow me. I need you to go talk to Dominic.
What? Why? Stenson's already CEO.
That won't matter if we just buy the damn company.
What?
Why are you still working? One of my creations. Not leaving it unfinished. What do you want?
I'd be happy to tell you if you put that wrench down.
You're quick with the jokes. I'm the guy who just got fired.
You're right. I'm sorry. What would you say if I told you we could get your job back and stick it to Stenson?
I'm done with Harvey and his plans, yeah?
We were there. We got fired, too.
You and Harvey still have jobs? He doesn't care about anybody but himself, including you, Mike.
Yeah, probably right. But he did stick his neck out to keep your company here. And he does have an idea that requires your help, so you can stay here and call him an asshole, or you can come with me and we can help him.
Give me my goddamn shirt. You know, it goes from 0 to 60 in the blink of an eye. Did you bring me down here to tell me I could drive this? Better. For $250 million, you can own it. McKernan Motors is for sale. If we act fast, I'll need to see the financials. You put together a letter of intent, they'll get you the financials. You know, their real asset is engine quality. I don't want to just buy the name. Speak of the devil. Lawrence, I'd like you to meet the man responsible for every McKernan Motors engine ever built. Wow, Dominic Barone. Very nice to meet you. Good to meet you. I'd like to show you something. Yeah, absolutely. So, how do we get an offer to the board before they vote to ratify the deal tomorrow? We're going to go through those bylaws and we're going to figure something out. I don't have to look through them and figure it out because I just did. But what took you so long? Trying to look like me.
Each of you had 24 hours to review the documents in front of you. So at this time...
Excuse me. What is he doing here?
I'm sorry, I'm going to take care of this.
No, I will. You gentlemen have no right to attend this meeting.
Actually, we do. The bylaws states that any original employee has the right to petition the board anytime they meet. Dominic Barone, you sign that right.
He was fired. He no longer has that right.
Per section 17-5.c, Dominic wasn't given 3 days' notice, so technically he wasn't fired.
Which is why I do have the right to urge the board to accept the offer for the purchase of McKernan Motors. Now, I can tell you that this offer will keep manufacturing here and save jobs while retaining the flagship engine that put this company on the map, but I don't have to because it happens to be for way more goddamn money than the one we have to rush. Hey, Bob, how are you? It's funny how you held out on me on that proper notice exception.
I didn't hold out. made that up on the spot.
Really? On the spot?
Remember that getting yourself? Right? I'm getting it. Well, I was going to say that, but now you ruined it. There's one thing you definitely get. How to ruin it.
How to ruin it?
I heard that.
I have to admit, you don't suck. I wish I could say the same for you.
On the Pied Piper. Just so you know, I took the liberty of ordering some really expensive wines. Hope that's okay.
Yeah. Sorry, sir, but the check's been paid for in full by Harvey Specter. There might have been some gluten in the ravioli.
I hear McKernan Motors is getting a new owner.
We're not only handling the sale, but with the expansion plan they're putting in place, our billable should double.
Nicely done.
I did it for the firm.
It's a perfect day to turn away and run. It's a perfect day to go and tie one on. It's a perfect day to waste away.
What are you doing here?
You were right. I should never have kept it from you that Trevor was dealing all the time.
Well, it's all in the past, right?
No.
What are you talking about?
He's lying to you. He's still dealing. And I'm done with him.
Sorry. Well, thank you for telling me.
No, don't. Stop. We're even. That is the last time I am ever ratting on anyone.
Would you fall for it again? Sorry.
Are you angry with me?
You told me you would listen, right?
I would.
No, he didn't.
I'm sorry.
No, I can't. I can't.
What?
No, I fought with him. Oh, God. This was too much.
Harvard Trivia, the lightning round. Go. Pulitzer Prizes.
46.
Nobel Peace Prizes.
5.
What is the oldest book in the Harvard Library collection?
The Bible.
Wrong.
Gutenberg Bible.
Everyone knows it's the Gutenberg Bible.
Yes, but you didn't say it. The rules dictate it. You must be precise, as the law is a very precise endeavor. How many U.S. presidents?
That's not fair. You didn't even finish the question, and yet it's right. The question was going to be how many U.S. presidents have attended Harvard. You want names?
No, get it. Final round. Ross is ahead by one question each. Points are double.
Double because he wants to keep you in the game set.
Bring it on, Ross. I bleed crimson. Oh, venomous banter. This is adorable. I love it. Ross, it's one question each. Points are double.
Double because he wants to keep you in the game set.
Bring it on, Ross. I bleed crimson. Oh, venomous banter. This is adorable. I love it. Ross, square pizza. Where do you get it? us would know the answer to that. Late night studying, you want square pizza, where do you go?
I'm more of a burger guy. I study better on protein.
And that's pathetic. It's Pinocchio's.
I answer mine. I win.
Yeah, I know. How many current U.S. Supreme Court justices are from our alma mater?
5.
How many current U.S. Supreme Court justices are from our alma mater?
5. Got anything to say, Ross?
Nope. Just that the answer is wrong.
Scalia, Roberts, Kennedy, Breyer, Kagan.
Ginsburg.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg went to Columbia.
She graduated from Columbia after she attended Harvard for 2 years. The question was phrased, how many justices were from Harvard? Well, she was on the Harvard Law Review. When she arrived at Columbia as a transfer, she was from Harvard. The rules dictate that you must be precise, as the law is a precise endeavor.
Congratulations. That's what you get for second place. To the... Congratulations. That's what you get for second place. To the victor belongs the spoils. A case. Pro bono. One of your very own. Congratulations. Enjoy. Louis knows what?
Like a little secret.
You're Canadian?
No, he knows that I didn't go to Harvard. No, he doesn't. How can you be so sure about this? Because you're walking with me right now. Did this whole Harvard trivia thing, and then he brought up this pizza. It doesn't mean he knows. Look, I think we need to hack into Harvard system or something. My record's in.
Can't. I'm booked this weekend. I'm breaking into Fort Knox. I gotta return some stolen doubloons.
Okay, hilarious. I'm serious.
Listen, nobody's gonna check into your past unless you give them reason to. Lewis is devious. He's not bold. He won't think we did this because he'd never think to do it himself. Lewis, the ridiculousness of your suggestion warranted the use of a silly word. Guy. Stands I just saw later?
Mm-hmm. You know what?
I know of them. Why was he holding your hands? Kissing them?
What are you implying, Harvey?
I don't know, maybe you two are going steady. I was implying that it looked like he was grateful to you for taking his case.
Good, because that's exactly what it was.
That's a bad move. We may make money billing out on their defense, but when we lose, which we will, it's going to hurt us in the long run.
How do you know we'll lose?
Because it's my job to know. This company's ALS wonder drug is killing people.
ALS is incurable. And everyone who is taking that drug is going to die anyway.
That's your defense. If he kills them a little faster, it's public service.
Our defense is those allegations are untrue.
He is taking this story all over town, and not a single firm thinks he has a case.
Which is why he came to me. Because he wants someone who believes in him.
And what is it exactly that makes you believe in him?
Well, I got to know his character pretty well during the time that we were married. Quentin is expecting you.
See the man won't stay, feel it now.
You forgot this last night.
I didn't forget that. I have no intention of taking this case. So, I did get you this.
What is it?
A wedding gift. I'm sorry it's so late, but it's hard to be on time when I never knew you were married.
Are you seeing anyone, Harvey? You don't want to tell me, and I don't really care, because you and I share the same trait of keeping our personal lives personal.
You were married.
It happened when you were at Harvard. It didn't work out. We were too dedicated to our careers, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
You're right. It's none of my business. I'm still not taking this case.
Why is that?
Because sometimes I do things that my clients don't like, And if their ex-wives are looking over my shoulders, that's not really a problem. But when their ex-wives are also my managing partners, that hamstrings me. And if I'm going to turn this loser into a winner, I can't be hamstrung. I can't have that.
Do what you gotta do.
You won't interfere?
What did I just say? Do you have any idea how hard it is to develop a new drug if you're not Pfizer or Amgen or Merck? This is important, Harvey.
Quentin came to you looking for someone to trust him. Why aren't you handling this case yourself?
That's none of your concern.
Well, I'm not asking you as your colleague. I'm asking you as Quentin's attorney.
After Quentin and I separated, he started seeing one of his research consultants, Lisa. They're still together, but he never married her. She doesn't want me on the case.
Oh, terrific. You're sticking me with a losing case and a girlfriend who isn't going to like me any more than she likes you.
Well, I'm sure it's not the first time someone hasn't liked you, Harvey.
Who doesn't like me?
Picture the devil without the charm.
Okay, so Kerensky owned this building for 2 years?
Yeah, then things got bad. 3 below, the heat went out and nearly froze to death. Then a gas leak in my stove. You could smell the damn thing, but he said it was fine. I called for a month, then I had to replace it myself.
Why didn't you just move?
This is the apartment I grew up in. It's the only place I've ever known. I don't have any brothers or sisters. My parents are not with me anymore. I'm not leaving the one connection I have to them.
You said you weren't sleeping, though. Are you stressed out, or...?
Bed bugs.
No.
My place is literally crawling with them. Could you sleep knowing the minute you turn out the light they're coming for you?
No, I couldn't.
Well, Kerensky won't do anything about it without proof. And I can't get someone from the city down to verify they're there.
Don't worry. I can't.
2 weeks next Thursday.
I don't think that you heard me. I need someone down there today.
2 weeks next Thursday.
Okay. I'd like to speak to your supervisor, please.
You can do that next Wednesday.
Okay. Glenda, let me tell you what I'm going to do between now and next Wednesday.
I know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to do what every other lawyer threatens to do. You're going to file a 409/3 grievance claiming that I did not fulfill my obligation to promptly direct you to my supervisor, a grievance that will be passed on to my supervisor next Wednesday.
No, what I'm going to do is hire a private investigator to look into every aspect of your life from the day you were born until next Tuesday, and then I'm going to use whatever it is they find to make you wish that your biggest problem is keeping this job, which you seem to hate so much. Yeah, I'm not like every other lawyer, Glenda.
What did you say your name was?
Spectre. Harvey Spectre.
You a baseball fan? I am. Then I assume you know Lou Gehrig was a bad man. They didn't call him the Iron Horse of Africa. Then he got ALS. You know what it did to him? His hands locked up and his legs. His speech, eventually his breathing. Couldn't control him. His mind knew what it wanted, but his body was trapped inside, unable to do anything. Even today, you get ALS within 3 to 5 years, you die.
Or sooner if someone takes your drug and their liver fails.
Our drug makes people's remaining years better, and it doubles their life expectancy.
Except for the people whose livers are failing.
You don't.
Lisa,
Hola.
I can see why Jessica likes you. You cut through the bullshit. That's something I always loved about her.
She just does it with a little less charm than I do.
Isn't she a little taller than you?
It's the heels.
Let me tell you what it takes to get a drug approved today. We were 139 million into development before we ever hit the shelves. We jumped through every hoop they threw at us, and we proved our drug was safe for 8 years.
So you're saying these claims are baseless?
We're talking about 6 terminal patients with a wide array of medical issues, and they're saying my company's drug caused this. They were drinking coffee on the Titanic. I don't think that put Leonardo DiCaprio in the water.
Since Jessica vouched for you, I'm going to go ahead and believe what you're telling me. But since these other firms determine you have exposure, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pay them. We're going to pay them a little bit of money so you can keep saving lives. Because if we drag this out, people won't think of your drug as a way to save lives. They'll think of it as a death sentence.
The guy from the housing department's going to be here in about 5 minutes. How did you manage that? No, they're actually pretty receptive when you explain the situation to them. That's what you have to do to prevent the spread. I had to get rid of most of my things. Clothes, record collection, books. I had a first edition Catcher in the Rye. You know what that was worth? No. The bugs can live dormant for 18 months. You just have to throw everything out.
my rent's key?
You're here.
Yes, I live here.
It's funny you should mention that because you haven't paid rent in 4 months, so I wasn't sure.
I haven't paid rent because you haven't
is
done...
withheld rent because the apartment is not habitable. New York Housing Code, Subchapter 2, Article 4, Section 27-20.
Hey, no rent, no apartment. That's my code. If you want something legal, there's a court order.
You got 3 days to get out. The sheriff's department will locate the place for you. Have a nice day.
You're late. Look, it was Lewis's pro bono. That's my suit. My extra suit from my office. Yeah, it's Lewis's fault. I went to the client's place. It was overrun with bed bugs, so I went back to the office.
Did you track bed bugs in my office? No. Walking there naked?
No, Donna met me in the downstairs men's room. And... Okay, Donna's...
Does this go with the wings on the wall?
Seguimos encontrando las mismas alas de la pared y también está el medallón que Baldur llevaba consigo colgado de su pantalón.
Boulders?
Hay una sola cosa para la que Kratos no ha entrenado a su hijo: nadar. Cosa que él sí sabe hacer, aunque no muy bien, tal y como vimos en God of War 3 cuando Kratos cayó al río Estigia. Heimdall significa el luminoso o brillante, pues se creía que era el más blanco de los dioses Aesir. Si nos fijamos en Heimdall, tiene los dientes de oro. Otro de sus apodos era el Dientes de Oro. Es el vigilante de Asgard y tiene un fuerte sentido del deber.
Heimdall, will you just relax?
Tal y como dice Sindri en el anterior juego.
Flechas de muérdago trenzado, rectas como Heimdall y con gran contrapeso.
Bulltopper es su montura, aunque en los mitos era un caballo. Cuando peleamos contra él, reaccionará a nuestra transformación en lobo. Y si ralentizamos el tiempo, Heimdall fingirá hablar a cámara lenta. Cuando llega Thor, Heimdall escucha antes el trueno a lo lejos. Por eso dice... Porque sabe que se acerca Thor. Thor es muy rápido. De hecho, logra asustar a Odín.
Don't do that. Look into my eyes. You tell me.
Lo que Heimdall ve en los ojos de Thor es como Thor destroza a Heimdall en su pensamiento. Podemos ir a hablar con Heimdall confirmando que lee lo que pensamos.
You don't really know quite what you're doing here anymore. Well, all I see is what people really are. Nobody ever says what they mean.
Durante su pelea...
¡Tras, que a gusto me quedé con ese puñetazo!
Cuando Kratos logra golpearle, corta a Heimdall en la mejilla, porque le golpea con la mano derecha, donde Kratos tiene el anillo de Draupnir. Pero aunque Draupnir ayuda a distraer a Heimdall, hay varios momentos en los que Kratos logra conectar varios golpes con ambas manos y sin ayuda de la lanza. Esto se debe a que Kratos no piensa, lucha por instinto como espartano que es. Por eso Heimdall no puede lograr adivinar sus movimientos. Porque Kratos no está pensando lo que va a hacer, es puro instinto. Kratos decide matar a Heimdall. Y hace bien, porque en los mitos Heimdall y Loki acaban matándose el uno al otro. Tras la pelea con Heimdall, Odín dice...
He means to betray you. Is that true, Loki? You a little trickster? I'm just messing around. Of course he means to betray me.
Podemos espiar a Thor en su habitación con sí. Y también a Heimdall y Odín hablando en su despacho.
Need to talk now, Loki. Run along and play. Maybe if we just stare at him and say nothing, he'll get the hint and leave.
Y si nos acercamos varias veces a la puerta para cotillear,
Loki. I won't be but a moment. Go away.
Sucederá esto.
Go away. Well, now this is just getting weird. Did you know he was this weird when you invited him?
Conocemos a Thrud, que tiene una mezcla del pelo de su madre y un mechón de su padre. En los mitos, Thrud era sobreprotegida por su madre, sí, tal y como sucede en el juego.
What his father did.
Y su deseo era también entrar en las Valquirias. No en vano, en su cuarto hay un mural enorme de Sigrun, a quien debe admirar bastante. Su espada fue forjada por Alvis Pie de Piedra, y es la mejor espada de los 9 reinos. Si intentamos acercarnos a algunos asgardianos, estos evitarán mirarnos, Quizás porque Odín les ha prohibido hablar con nosotros o porque nos odian. Por todo el salón encontramos elementos en la decoración con forma de cuervo. Lámparas, braseros, mural de un cuervo. Y la túnica que lleva Odín también lleva cuervos. Bueno, y pequeños elementos con forma de Mjolnir. Este arma perteneció a los gigantes.
Isn't that neat? A gift from the giants of Jotunheim.
I just don't see them giving gifts to Asgard.
You know, my grandmother was a giant.
So was my mom.
Encontramos comida en Asgard.
Isn't that neat? A gift from the giants of Jotunheim.
I just don't see them giving gifts to Asgard.
You know, my grandmother was a giant.
So was my mom.
Encontramos comida en Asgard, la misma que vimos en Esparta. Otra señal de la presencia de Odín en Nidavellir. Ya en el despacho de Odín
Find mom's bureau comforting. Not sure I'll ever think of it the same way now.
vemos los planos de las máquinas de guerra enanas que nos mostraba Durley.
These designs personally.
En el juego podemos matar a la mayoría de animales, menos a los cangrejos de más pelada. Pues la concha de estos cangrejos